Hey guys, welcome back to another great episode of Speakeasy Drink Better podcast. I am here tonight with Alex, and tonight we will be talking about a very special place and an episode that I had just been wanting to do so badly, Mexico City, and specifically Mexico City's amazing bar scene.
No, I'm completely aligned. I mean, this is a great topic that we've had on the agenda for a while. The last trip was more. Mexico City has been blowing up over the past decade. The food scene is, man, it's really just top notch. And right behind it, the bar scene and the cocktails have really been
it's booming. We hadn't been to Mexico City in a while. It had been quite a while since we last visited Mexico City. So I had just been wanting to go back. So I had been hearing so much about the great food scene, the bar scene. A lot of the top rated bars in the world are in Mexico City.
There's a lot of bars on the 50 best bars list. If you guys have a chance to go check out the 50 best in the world or 50 best bars in North America list, number one in the world today is
Handshake Speakeasy. So that was definitely up on my list as well as some other ones. So
no, I mean, the place was spectacular.
It really did. It really exceeded my expectations, I would say. I mean, I had high expectations in a way, but lately some of these lists can be hit or miss. So
agreed, completely.
You never know what you're gonna get. But in this case, and it started off, it was a bit hard to get a reservation, and highly recommended. I think you pretty much should go with a reservation. Otherwise, you might not even get in. Yeah, they do leave a little bit of room for walk-ins. If you don't have a reservation, there's a good chance you might not even get in at all, right? So reservations.
And I believe if you want prime seating, you probably need a reservation.
Yeah.
That's it. We had
prime
seating. We were
not only did we have prime seating, we had the opportunity to be served by one of their head bartenders. So shout out to Brad, who was amazing, and he really made the experience that much more enjoyable and that much better.
There was more behind the whole concept with them. It's more around.
Yes.
It's not just a bar.
So Handshake is a speakeasy bar. So obviously there is no signage outside. It's a little bit, I won't say hard to locate, but you do have to arrive at the exact address and then realize the
exact time for your reservation.
And the exact time for your reservation.
They have a lot of the bars are doing that today, which is fixed time slots, right? Which works very nicely. Hey, you get to sit at this time, you're up at this time. That's it.
Yes, we love that concept where you have a reservation at a set time and they bring in people groups. So in a sense, everyone's getting that the first look into a bar when there's no one. That makes it pretty cool. Yeah, you'll get 90 minutes. It's more than enough time to have a couple, even 3 cocktails, and to really experience the place. But what I do want to point out about Handshake, and what I really, really liked, being that I am a huge foodie, is that their menu and the concept is kind of modeled after fine dining. And even their menu reads like you're reading a restaurant menu, right? In the sense that they have, and I don't want to spoiler alert if you haven't been. I don't want to give away too much, but my personal experience was that of a fine dining place, amazing service, really 5-star white glove service, if you may, and the cocktails as well. I mean, it was just everything about it. I have to say, really exceeded expectations.
Hands down, I agree. We were very much pleased. And like you said before, I think it's come to, there's these great lists out there, and not that they're right or wrong, it's just, it's somebody else's opinion. I really value you going to check out these places and establish your own opinion. So I mean, I don't know with all the lists. We go to some of these places and we're like, really, how did this place end up in this list? But that's my opinion.
You said something really interesting, and I have to. The reason why we go to these is because it's good to form your own opinion, right? And what I like, or Alex and I like, it not necessarily means that someone else is gonna like it. So I think at the end of the day, yes, these lists are very much subjective, but we still like going and forming our own opinion, right? You're gonna go, you're gonna just find out, right? If you like it, if you don't, and more often than not, you'll be very surprised. And when we have really liked some of these bars on these lists, we really like them.
Yeah. Some of them really, you go, and the experience is really something else. It's everything.
So at the end of the day,
just as soon as you walk in the door to one of some of them really have a great impact. As soon as you walk in the door, the whole concept, the way you're received, you're greeted, it is. I don't know. It's just you can sense it. There's energy behind how
the energy. You said
quality,
something interesting. Yeah.
just the overall, the work ethic and the passion they put in behind some of these places. You sense it, you feel it, and it just translates into the experience you're having.
Yeah. So those are my takeaways. Those 3 words: energy, passion, and experience. It really, truly is not just going to a bar to have a cocktail. It is the full-on experience, and you can the passion and the energy that these places are like putting into these places really translates into like what the patron is getting. So
well, let's go. Let's keep moving down. So we just went down to. I mean, we've been chatting for a while, and we only covered one bar.
and
I think we were there for a couple days, and we definitely we did our rounds.
Yeah, for sure. So definitely came prepared. Like I said, Mexico City had been on my list, even though we've been there a few times. I mean, I don't know if our audience knows this, but Alex and I lived in Mexico as newlyweds for the first 5 years of our marriage, but it had been a while. And like I was saying, their food scene, the culinary scene has just been rising in the last few years. So it really was on my list. But again, yes, we did come prepared. We had done our research. We knew where we wanted to go. I made sure to make reservations at a lot of the bars that I wanted to go to.
The ones you could get, so I think most of them we were able to.
For the most part, yeah, we
with
planned
plenty of anticipation.
with enough time that I could get a reservation at pretty much all the bars that I had on. There's a few that I didn't even make it to because we were caught up having dinner, but
meeting up with some friends. That we've got some friends in Mexico City. Shout out to Victor and Anna who were over there. They took us out to dinner a couple times in Mexico City.
And Kike, we met up with him as well.
And actually, we'll give another shout out later. We had a bunch of other bars that we added to the list. Thanks to one of our friends from, we met a Paco at a hotel.
Who's the head chef at Casa Yuma in Puerto Escondido. Also, shout out to Paco.
Yeah, look him up on Instagram. Quiero tacos.
That's
we had a great experience with him.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, we had a great time, and he turned us on to a couple of bars.
Yeah, because we had the chance of going back to Mexico City on this trip. We did Mexico City, then we visited Oaxaca, which you guys obviously know we were there because we brought you a whole series on Oaxaca.
And mezcal.
But then we went to Puerto Escondido. That's where we met Paco, and we ended up flying back to Mexico City for an extra day. So yeah, then we
showed up in Mexico City with another full agenda.
Thanks to him, we added more bars.
We couldn't get down the list of bars he gave. All these cool bars that they're not on the list, but some of them deserve to be and up and coming, but cool concept.
Well, that means that we're just gonna have to go back.
Exactly. There's always more. There's always something new. There's always something to try. So okay, we only talked about one. What's next? What other bars? I know we went to a couple. About which ones stood out to you?
So on the subject of speakeasies, and since we are the Speakeasy Drink Better podcast, filming out of our very own B-Bar Speakeasy in our home in New Jersey, let's talk about Hanky Panky. Hanky Panky is another speakeasy located in Mexico City. It's actually the first speakeasy that was established in Mexico. So that alone, it carries some weight. They really nailed the speakeasy concept. Again, I am not gonna share details. I don't want to, spoil it for anyone who's planning on visiting. I'm just gonna say that it was hard to find.
When you show up, you're gonna walk by past it 3 or 4 times and say,
"Yes,
is this it?" And then, yes, it is.
That one was hard to find. We walked
past it. We passed it 4 times. We walked right in front of it 4 times. They're like,
they probably were looking at us like, these guys are.
These idiots. Yes, it's here. You're looking for the right place.
But yeah, another thing that I want to mention, since we're on the Mexico City bar scene, I have to point out that most of these bars are going to be located. I mean, Mexico City is a really big city, as you may know. I I consider Mexico City the New York City of Latin America. If you want to like something in the sense of like broad, there everything is right. Like that's the people, the restaurants, the bars, the eateries. Like it's everything.
It's kind of a melting pot.
Yes, it really is. It do the analogy and the comparison. Big melting pot. It is vibrant city. Like what you don't find there probably doesn't exist. Same as New York City. That's why I say it reminds me of New York City in a sense, and it's also, I guess, divided or segmented by neighborhoods.
It is. There's a lot of cool neighborhoods.
But anyways, back to the bar scene. Most of these bars are going to be located in La Roma neighborhood and Condesa. I would say that those are primarily where most of these like hip, cool, like, trendy bars are going to be located. So
okay, so we talked about handshake.
Hanky Panky.
Well, we kind of touched base on Hanky Panky. Hanky Panky was a very cool.
Very
the whole vibe
nice,
we walked
yes.
in. Our stay was a little short. I wish we'd had a little bit more, even another 20 minutes. We had something else. I thought we had dinner reservations.
We had dinner reservations.
So, but all with friends. So,
Which
but
we were a little late.
we were a little late too.
It was worth it.
Because we were going in for one drink. I think we ended up having two.
Yeah.
And well worth it. Very cool experience. Great service. And then let's see where else did we go? Let's run down a couple more because I don't want to run out of content.
Let's talk about Tlecan. Since we mentioned mezcal, we threw it in there. So Tlecan is another one of these bars that are on the best bars list, and it's a mezcaleria. So those of you who don't know, like primarily, they're all, I would say, their cocktail program is based on agave spirits.
The whole vibe is very
neighborhood bar kind of thing. It's standing only. That one is no reservations, obviously, because there is no seating.
Well, listen, it was, when did we show up? Like a Wednesday night we went? Was it Wednesday or Thursday? I don't remember. And it was midweek, and it looked like it was like Saturday night at 10.
They're around midnight, maybe.
Yeah, and I think we left like at 3 a.m. and then it was packed, and there was still people walking in. So the place has a great following, very traditional kind of setup, very cool vibe. The whole concept was interesting.
Like that neighborhood bar where unassuming, you walk in, again, their cocktails, they really put a lot of thought and.
Especially when you walk in,
there's a lot behind
there. It's like a traditional Mexican home kitchen, the whole way the bar set up. I thought that was interesting.
Or very like ancestral style bar set. It's very cool. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
All right, who else?
Which ones did what stood out for you aside from the ones that we mentioned?
Well, we went to one place that Kiro Tacos pointed out was Brujas, and the most interesting part to it was Brujas is witches in Spanish. So the whole concept, how he kind of explains to us, I'm shut up. The place is run. It's all women who run the place. It's got a whole like
all women bartenders,
mysterious story behind it, and so it was really cool. We ended up getting there, and we ended up sitting at the bar.
The menu was pretty cool too.
Yeah. It was a comic book. Yeah, it was a cool comic book around witches and something like that. So. Really cool. That was a good experience.
Potions and spells.
Yeah, potions and spells. That was it. That was a good experience. Good drinks. I think we showed up there with some rain. There was a couple other ones that we went to go visit that I don't know. I'm not saying good or bad or indifferent, but I don't know. Just wasn't my cup of tea. Just from overall experience. But somebody else might try them, and I'm not here to put anybody else down. But I mean, it wasn't someplace that I enjoyed. I'm going to give you the ones that I enjoyed the best.
We like Café de Nadie as well. That was another one that we had missed on like our first stop, and we were able to go when we came back.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
That one was very good. The amazing cocktails, I have to say. Again, that one, neighborhood, kind of like vibey bar, but very cool.
Yeah, and the cool thing it had that whole concept with the
vinyl record.
The vinyl record DJ booth, that was really cool. Very, very old school kind of.
The cocktail showed up, and I have to say, to me, they truly were like a work of art. Yeah. They were the presentation. Also, like when the flavors, not just the presentation is there, but the flavors. That's when you know you've arrived at a very good bar. So Café de Nadie, shout out. amazing. We really were very pleasantly surprised at how good it was.
I'm trying to think, who did we not touch base on?
Well, I'm gonna mention one that is definitely not unassuming. It's very much assuming.
Oh, that was a good. I know where you're going.
We're going to the Four Seasons, yes, and 50 Mills, which is a bar located at the Four Seasons Hotel in the heart of Mexico City. And
I think a lot of it was the
that one-
experience. I'm gonna look her up. She was the bartender that day. We actually followed her. I'm gonna look her up and I'll tag her on this. But she was excellent.
She really made the experience that much better. I mean, it's a beautiful bar. Their
And she
cocktail
educated
program
us
is.
on some of the other bitters and stuff.
Yes.
There's a lot of bitters.
We brought back some of the bitters as per her.
Go and gifts.
And she let us, sample and taste some of these. Yes, and she gifted us one.
So there's some stuff coming out of Mexico that's really good. So, but we had a good experience. We stood there for a couple hours and it was a good time. So at the end of the day, I think we had a spectacular experience. Mexico City does not disappoint. Food-wise, culture-wise,
Definitely, yeah.
and cocktail-wise, it is really elevated. It is a great experience. Listen, you're going to go to a lot of these places, like any place else. It's like going out to dinner. Somebody goes to a restaurant that really kind of hits all the notes that they like, they're going to enjoy it. Some other people might not enjoy it. So it's up to you to go and see what you like and what makes sense.
Yeah, so if you're thinking or we're planning on going to Mexico City, don't delay. Get down there. It's definitely worth it. It really is the New York City of Latin America. You're guaranteed to have a good time. It really, truly is. We ourselves have to get back there because we barely put a dent on
Listen,
the
there's a bunch
list
of other
of
trips before we get back.
restaurants and
But
bars.
listen,
But
guys, spectacular trip, spectacular review. We'll actually put some of these other bars, list some of the bars out on the chat someplace. And if you have any questions, reach out to us. Any tips you want about Mexico City to see, of course, around cocktails, or if you're interested about the mezcal piece, of which we took off this same trip, reach out to us, send us a note. Anything you need. You guys have our contacts, but we got to get out of here because if not, we're going to keep chatting away. But as always,
yes, drink better responsibly, and don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, share. Let us know what you think.
Guys, give us a support, give us some love, and thank you so much. Peace out.